This is a complete scam.
I understand your frustration, and I truly appreciate you providing that information.
I want my money back right now.
Let me pull up your account now. All right, I can see here that you're on our annual plan with monthly payments, which you signed up for on January 15th. The two charges you're seeing are actually for different
Yeah,
months,
that's
January and
impossible. I
February.
never signed up for any annual plan. You're just making stuff up now.
Imagine losing your best customers, not because of your product, but because of one bad interaction. Every angry customer actually tells around 15 people about their experiences, but with the AI handling these situations perfectly, you're not just saving one customer, you're protecting your reputation with 15 others. So what you just heard was my AI employee handling an angry customer. And I'm going to show you exactly how to build an AI system that can handle thousands of these angry customers and actually do a lot of stuff to replace employees. I spent months and thousands of dollars getting this to work on real customers and my own business. And after working with dozens of clients.
Yo, Samin, bro, I just tried out the version 2 of the AI setup, bro. This shit is fucking fire.
I've cracked the code and made a platform that makes it super easy to make AI agents like this for yourself. That's why in this video, I'll show you a step-by-step guide on making an AI agent that can actually replace employees, what kind of results you can expect if you implement AI agents like this, and a secret bonus you really don't want to miss. But let me show you first how the conversation ended.
No, I see it now. I guess I didn't sign up for the annual plan.
That's completely fine, Mr. Mark. These things happen. I'm glad we could clear that up.
Just like the AI you just saw, let me show you how easy it is to build these AI agents with the platform we built. This agent should be able to talk to customers over the phone, maybe multiple channels as well, get data about those customers, transfer these phone calls, book them into a calendar, and actually take actions based on what's appropriate, like pulling up customer records. It sounds complex, but actually it's super simple with the platform we built, so just keep watching. It's simple mainly because we help so many companies build these kind of agents, and we needed to make something to make our work super fast. So we actually give our clients access to this as well, so they can, do all the outreach with AI, track all their conversations, start and stop, do all the SMS, phone calls, emails, all from one place, so they can sync data from their contact and run like custom workflows. Okay, let's start building it. Actually, let me give you a tour first of how these AI agents become so easy to build with the platform we have, and we'll dive deeper on how we can build agents that can do all these. So let me give you a quick tour. First of all, you just come in here, you log in when we give you an account. This is the console. When you come in, you get greeted by a bunch of agents, and all these agents have access to multiple channels. So voice, SMS, email, WhatsApp, and these are the ones we're adding: Instagram, LinkedIn, Messenger, X, etc. So it's very simple to make it. All you have to do, so you go in and then you create the prompt. And after you made the prompt, you can test it through here, this chat number or this chat feature where you can just chat with the phone agent to see if everything's working right. And if you need to see any of the conversations this agent was having, you can very simply go to the logs, click on this, and it'll direct you to all the conversations. So etc. This is one of them. So here, it's going to be found under the conversations tab and all the other channel ones as well. So very simply, you can go into contact. This is for people that are doing a bunch of outreach. You can just dump in a CSV of data, and here you can start a campaign with any of these things. If you need to do any custom workflows, it's right here as well, where we can catch webhooks, create contacts on HubSpot, etc. And how that works is when you come here and you hit integrate, and it's going to sync all the contacts between the two platforms and the CRMs. So you can start doing all the outreach. Okay, let's create a new agent. Remember, we have to make sure our agent has a bunch of capabilities. So I'll just show you through this. Let's call you Angry Agent. Okay, and then for now, let's just select voice. Okay, so here, we created the Angry Agent and we just need voice. So we're gonna add a number to this. I'm just gonna choose a number. Let's make it inbound and outbound. Cool, now we have the agent. Now we can start tweaking it with this pencil button right here. So I hit this one, and now you can go to configurations and you can change whatever name, voice, anything you want. That's from 11 Labs. And after we have this, we can go into our prompt. Okay, prompting is a really huge deal. So what we did for you guys and for us actually is made sure we have a bunch of templates that you can just apply. This is just an example one I'll be using, but here's something cool, and you'll find this in the link below. I actually made a GPT where you can just dump in a bunch of your information and it'll create really, really good call scripts. All right. So, okay. So right here, let's go here. This is just a real estate agent. After you've written the prompt, what we have to do is just hit save changes, and you can literally test your agent right here. Here, I'll show you. I'll enter my number, I'll hit call me, and I'm getting a call right here. And yeah, we can just talk to it.
Hello, how can I assist you today?
Hey, okay, doesn't matter. Anyways, let's make this actually do stuff. To make this do stuff, what we have to do is go into actions. And here in actions, we can make it do any calendar bookings by inserting the keys. Very simple. We can make it send an SMS during the call. We can make it transfer to a person, like when to transfer, like transfer to customer support when they are yelling. Yeah, a lot of this, you just enter the number. Here. But this is where it gets really important. We want to make sure that our agent can actually pull data so it can talk about the specific use case for the customer, right? Let me show you that with a quick example. So imagine there's some data in your CRM or the internet. Let's take, for example, let's say the price of Bitcoin, right? And we want our agent to know the price of Bitcoin when we ask it. This means it's up-to-date information. Let me show you how to do that. What we need is this thing called custom functions. We have to just go here, add, when the user asks for price of Bitcoin. BTC price. This is a demo, so I'm just showing you guys. This is a GET request because we're trying to get it from somewhere, right? So here, I'm just gonna Google a random endpoint, BTC price, API. Here, let me just try this one. The first one, it's a Postman request. Okay, so because this is a GET, this gets you the current price of Bitcoin. Very simple. We have to go here. We enter it into the API URL, and then you just hit add request, and then you hit save. Now, ideally, when we ask for the price of Bitcoin, the agent will know. Let me show you by testing it. So right now, I'm gonna show you the chat test function. So it's the same agent, you're just chatting with it. So hi, and then now I can be like, what's the price of Bitcoin? Okay, now you'll see it actually does a function call from there, and then it gives us everything. Of course, we can massage the prompt a bit to make these responses a bit better, but now we basically have the capability for the agent to get data, real-time live data, based on what was said in the conversation. And all that was required was just a couple of clicks and knowing where to put this stuff. So if you want to, do a bit more prompting and all this stuff, I'll put the links to the GPT and a bunch of these other trainings in my school community below, and you can just get all of that there. So if you have access to this platform, it's that simple to make these AI agents and get it to do stuff for you. This is just a quick overview, but you can see how we can make these super fast. Now you know how to get AI to do transfers, how to book real time, how it can recall things from a business, how you can get it to take actions based on what was said in the conversation. And oh, this is really cool. So then let's say the call ends, you need to send the details of that call to somewhere. Here, all you got to do is this, and you enter where you want to send the call to, and you're done. So just to make it even easier, we put an example on how to trigger calls from other platforms as well when you have these kind of agents built out. So now with this, you can just prompt it around, and you can get an AI that can pull up information and handle customer information and inquiries real quick. So let's say if they want to know where their order is, if we have an API that we can use to pull that data, it's very simple and they can give back the data super fast. So let's get to the juicy part. Let me tell you a story about Sarah and how she kind of made use of this AI. So she was running like a consulting business, and she ran a lot of good ads, got a lot of interest in what she was doing, but people weren't converting as well. She built a really nice consulting business. She was charging around like $10,000 for her signature program that helped entrepreneurs like scale their operations. Her content was really good. Her ads was like bringing in a lot of leads, but something wasn't really clicking. If this sounds familiar, it's because this is what her typical day looks like. So she'd wake up to dozens of missed opportunities. Leads from her Facebook ads had filled out forms overnight, but her appointment setters wouldn't be online for hours. By the time they reached out, many of them actually kind of moved on, probably to a competitor. Her team of appointment setters was costing her like $9,000 a month.
What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right.
But they were booking around like 9 to 10 calls per week, half of what she really needed. I remember she said like she was spending $15,000 a month on ads, paying another $9,000 for appointment setters, and her calendar still wasn't full. The worst part, she said actually though, was that she was kind of like running like an HR department instead of focusing on helping the clients. It's because there were so many because there's overseas, you have a lot to manage. These guys go back and forth. But the breaking point actually came when her best appointment setter quit with no notice. This left her kind of like scrambling to cover a lot of gaps. But imagine what happens when we replaced these guys with AI. So here's what happened. After we implemented this, every lead got an instant response. whether they opted in at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. The AI engaged across multiple channels I showed you guys we had, like phone, email, WhatsApp, SMS, the social medias, etc. No leads really fell through the crack anymore. Until like the follow-ups happened automatically, the leads either converted or they said, no, leave me alone. That means her CRM was perfectly updated because the AI was doing it, and there was no like random mess ups from the overseas workers. But the results are within the first months, her booked appointments jumped from 8 to 10 to around 22 to 25 per week. Her show up rates actually increased by 35%, thanks to the smart reminders we were doing with AI. And she eliminated around like $6,000 to $7,000 worth of costs in appointment setters. That means her return on ad spend also doubled, but the biggest win wasn't really financial. She said for the first time in years, she could like focus on what she liked, which is like helping her clients scale their businesses. She didn't really have to bother with like managing like these appointment setters, chasing people around, making sure they do their job. So now she's running like a 7-figure consulting business with more freedom and less stress. Calendar is like a lot more full now, and she scaled her ad spend knowing every lead is getting instant and persistent follow-ups. Like, these people are opting in, they're actually interested. You just have to talk to them. The best part is she actually has time now to create new programs and spend her evenings with her family instead of managing team issues or worrying about tomorrow's appointments. By the way, feel free to take the templates I put in the link below. You'll find them in the school, or also I'll email them to you. Okay, so let the numbers tell the story, right? So check this out. So a client comes in and they have a product that they're selling, right? And then they're running ads to that product. So let's say their ticket price was $5,000 and it remains the same before and after applying the AI. Their ads budget remains the same before and after the AI. The amount of leads they get per month also remains the same. But here's the small tweak. The response rate in the first 30 minutes has gone up by 60% because people cannot physically do this and be alert at all times, whereas an AI can, which means the number of follow-ups and touch points that you have with the client goes up significantly, and you can answer their questions a lot easier and nurture them a lot better, which means the number of appointments you get from the same amount of leads goes up by a lot. And because the AI is constantly nurturing them and reminding them about the appointment, the amount of people that show up to the meeting also goes up by a lot. So because both of these go up by a lot, this is the funny part, even if the closing rate goes down, which is funny, you still end up making more money because of the sheer volume you're getting. So the total revenue will go up, the return on ad spend will go up, and this is also pretty cool. The amount you're paying the salespeople will go down because now you're paying for AI and not more people, which means your profit kind of skyrockets. So this is kind of a mathematical way to approach how to make more money and save on sales as well. This is an exact blueprint that we use to track if our AI is performing the way it should be. So the thing is, now you know how to build these kind of agents and how they can be really effective by automating all the lead follow-up and appointment setting. But the bad news is that there's actually a lot of mistakes even really experienced businesses make when they try to automate their workflows, and it ends up destroying their conversion rates and wastes thousands of dollars in ad spend. So click the link below. I'll actually show you what these mistakes are and actually how to use the AI in your business so you get more freedom out of it. It's mostly because we've done it so many times. So why let your competition have all the fun, right?
And remember, like and subscribe. Or else.